Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa. Well, it's the start of a new play session, so you know what that means. I've completely forgotten all of my previous plans, and we kind of have to start over from scratch. So I've looked around a little bit here, and we have a couple of decent opportunities. If we were to fight Moravi, they would bring in Nikor, which would be kind of interesting. However, we have a lot of aggressive expansion over here, and I don't really feel like fighting Kazembe currently. We're at 41 aggressive expansion with them. We have no real reason to crack into Kazembe, so I think we just largely leave them alone for now. Over here, we still have a truce with Yao for another 3 years, and up here we could fight, not the Mamluks, because we have a truce with them for another 13 years. We could fight Tunis, which we do have the spy network for. And that would be interesting. I would like to fight Tunis. The main problem is that everyone around here has some pretty big aggressive expansion on us. Not Spain, but Ottomans, Mamluks, I believe even Persia. Well, they only have 11. But regardless, over here is kind of scary in terms of aggressive expansion. We could potentially go fight Oman. They're allied with Persia, though, which is also a little scary. And we don't have a reason to expand out this way, really. We need to go up this way, after all. So I think for right now, we just chill a little bit, work on paying off our loans, bring our economy a bit up to speed. We're currently paying 9.65 ducats a month to pay off corruption, which is unfortunate. About half of that, a little over half actually, is from overextension. So once our overextension here goes away, that won't be too bad. And we did just take Jerusalem, so let's just chill for now and see how this goes. So that's kind of the plan. We can abolish our elite armed regiments, which, now that I'm thinking about it, might not be the worst thing to do. We would lose 5% army professionalism. However, it does increase our land maintenance modifier by 15%. It makes our drill faster as well, but we can always just turn it back on. So I think we turn this off, save 15% while we're at peace, and we can turn it back on later. There we go. And now we're making 3.55 a month. That's pretty sizable. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, we have a fort in Alexandria that we don't need to maintain. There we go. And now we're actually making 4.73 per month. Excellent. And Bayuda has been converted. So let's go ahead, and we can't do Sinai because we're making it into a core, but we'll go to Buhera next. There we go. We can also build some province improvements. I took a look at these. Most of these are relatively poor investments. There is a potential marketplace in Tet that could be good, which maybe we do want to do. It'll cost 105. I feel like we're better off still paying off debt, so we'll go ahead and do that. And we can get up to Diplomatic Tech 13, which is great. That will save us a fair amount of money in our unbalanced research department. So now we're making 6.76 per month. Excellent. That's a sizable increase. And most of our expenses currently are rooting out corruption and interest, both of those being about equal to what we're earning, so we could potentially triple our income if we deal with those particular issues. We can also go ahead and convert Lolo, and so we shall. We're up to 68% religious unity, which is pretty good. Religious unity is also increasing our corruption, and we died. Oh, okay. This is the better ruler. I completely forgot to abdicate, didn't I? I was going to do that. But yeah, this is the better ruler, so we're making more monarch points per month, so that's fantastic. Okay. Well, we are behind in tech, so that'll help us catch up. We're also currently paying a decent amount to run our colony. And where is this rebel uprising? Moravi. And Beja is potentially going to rebel as well. 4 years. Beja. That's, That's not the Beja I'm looking for. Beja. There are 2 Bejas. We're looking for this Beja. Portugal. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Get rid of that uprising. Buganda. Well, that one's not gonna be gotten rid of anytime soon. Lolo is one of these down here that we took, isn't it? Yes, it is. We'll go ahead and do that. Want to be building up our manpower right now and don't really want to deal with this various nonsense. Many of these will probably still pop. There's also these Mamlukian separatists up here, which will almost certainly pop. Are we making money currently if we have our army maintenance maxed? We're making 12.03, wow. That's a lot more than I thought we were making. I'm okay with it. We are losing money with our army maintenance maxed. Oop, that's more than I'm looking for. Looking for that. There we go. So, we don't want these rebel uprisings to happen. We could boost our stability back up, but 163 admin, ooh. Maybe we do it to keep pace a little bit more with our dip power. I mean, it doesn't really matter. What do we get here? Plantations and a new idea group? That's kind of irrelevant. However, we're currently even on admin and dip power. We'd still be ahead on admin power. So I think we do go ahead and boost this. Okay. So, we do have... This is guaranteed to pop. So, we should move this force up this way for sure. Like, stick them in Suez for now. They probably won't get there in time. These Moravian separatists, they may or may not pop. 4.1 years is a long time. Assuming that's accurate. If we're really unlucky, these guys pop. So we'll leave these down here just to hedge against that. And then Bugandan separatists, I mean, this is primarily because we're converting and he's going to be done in March. This is the only place where he's converting. So, intolerance 2.5, active missionary +6, overextension. A lot of this will go away. How long until these guys actually pop? 1.6 years at the current speed. I feel like maybe they don't pop. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. And then the rest of these are probably relatively irrelevant. Well, let's just hope that they don't pop. What could go wrong with that plan? Absolutely nothing. The many jobs of a soldier. Prolonged peacetime and changes in the economy has led to many of our salaried soldiers no longer considering the pensions we pay them sufficient. An increasing number of them have turned to other daily work such as shopkeeping or craftsmanship, earning a better living in their city homes. While this can stimulate the local economy, it does mean that these troopers are no longer maintaining, or practicing with, the equipment we have provided them. In order to stop this trend, we would have to increase their pay substantially. Well, we could lose 346 ducats as a one-time thing. Or we could lose 5% army professionalism and gain the Delta area 10% tax and production. I feel like we need the money more right now. So we'll go ahead and go for that. It's kind of a bad choice to have to make, but we had to make some choice. We're also going to get Miltech 18 here pretty soon, which is kinda gonna suck. We probably don't go for it immediately. We can convert another province. We'll go for Isna. There we go. How are we doing on these uprisings? The Mamluks in about half a year. Moravi in 4.2 years still. Okay, that's good. This is good. So we are going to have to increase our maintenance for sure. For a little bit. Just until we deal with the nonsense up there. Also, most of this expense is going to reinforcing our troops. So that will finish up relatively quickly. Okay, so do we tick up to 90% this month? We do not. Excellent. Okay. Buganda is down to 3.0. So it's a lot less likely that this will pop now. Yeah, that's much, much less likely. 8.6 years, it probably won't, theoretically. So the only ones we have to worry about now are the Mamluks. Probably. We may have to worry about the Moravians, but hopefully we won't. We don't have a leader in this army. Why don't we have a leader here? This guy should be leading. There we go. Excellent. Did you tick up? You did not tick up. Okay, that's fine. Austria tells us of flint glass and lead crystal. Glass makers in Carnton have started using flintstone and sand together with lead to create a clear, easily worked, and flawless product. This new method is rapidly challenging the existing major glass producing centers in the world as the markets are flooded in the new and very popular product. So we gain 426 ducats. Holy crap. Glass will now be produced in Carnton. Wait, do we get this or does Austria get this? I think Austria gets this. Yeah, Austria got that. Rippin' pepperonis. I got excited about getting 426 ducats and then I was like, oh. Oh. And now I'm sad. I wanted 426 ducats. I would have put that to good work. Paying off loans. Okay, so these guys are now at 90%. There's going to be 42k of them, but hopefully they'll be split up over quite a few of these provinces. And we'll be able to deal with them relatively quickly. Any month tick now, this will happen, though. Come on. How close are we to fully reinforcing? Only a couple months away. I mean, the longer this goes on... Tuscany tells us of the beater. For centuries, paper mills have relied on mechanical hammers to beat lumpen paper pulp, crushing the fiber to create the raw material needed to then create paper. Using the local windmills for powers apparently, enterprising artisans in Brescia have now devised a more efficient solution. What they call the Tuscan beater is a vat with a wind-powered horizontal roller with blades. These blades can shred as much pulp in hours as the old hammers did in days. So they gained 75 admin power. Good for them. Good for them. I wouldn't mind 75 admin power. Hey, there they popped. They popped right on our stack here, and they popped all together. So we're going to go ahead and march these guys in to reinforce. Although it looks like we're winning. It was just the numerics weren't panning out. Now we're good. Excellent. So there's that rebellion instantly put down. And we'll go ahead and march these guys all the way back to Gondar. They can have fun with that. We also, theoretically, 4.2 years still on that. That's great. 8.6 on that still. Independence for Mara will potentially pop. Then again, maybe not. Overextension will go away very soon. I think we just go ahead and drop our maintenance right back down. Actually, as far down as we can, so that we're just making as much money as we can. Reinforcing these armies is a secondary objective right now. Because we want to be making this 7.08. We don't want to be paying that to interest. So I think that's good. We'll go ahead and do that. And we're making about 13 ducats a month now. That's not bad. Why aren't you at full health anyway? We also lost quite a few men in that rebellion, which is unfortunate. We are currently reinforcing 42 troops a month. At that rate, it'll take a long time to reinforce 22,727 men, but that's fine. Portugal? What were you building a spy network here for? What are you planning, Portugal? Also, Spain is being invaded by Muscovy. I mean, why, though? Why is Spain being invaded by Muscovy? What is this war? Muscovy, Hungary, Theodoro, Trebizond, Great Britain, Cuba, Newfoundland, and 13 colonies. Defender against Muscovy in the Muscovite reconquest of Razu. Oh, Muscovy is fighting the Commonwealth, and Spain was allied. Okay, gotcha. Well, the Commonwealth is getting really eaten into here. Interesting. Well, Muscovy might become a problem. But for now, we don't really care too much. Ooh, the Moravian Separatists. They went up to 90%. Okay. We may need this force to fight them. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping that our overextension would go away first, before it went to 90%. 5.2 years now. Okay, it will go away once we get a little bit more overextension gone, which will happen, I think, this month? 14 July. Okay, so a couple more months. If we get really unlucky, this pops. If we get reasonably lucky, it doesn't. So we have an advisor that just died. He is an administrative advisor. And I feel like we don't replace him immediately. Sure, we're behind time in admin tech, but this will give us a chance to let the dip tech catch up. Yeah, I think we just do that. We'll save the, what, like 2 ducats a month, which will be useful. Holy, 21.77, Batman. Not gonna question it. I'm okay with it. Feast of Palm Sunday. As Copts, we celebrate Palm Sunday, which is one of the 7 major lords' feasts. On the 7th Sunday of the Great Lent, we commemorate and... hang on. Throat clearing is apparently necessary. We commemorate and relieve Jesus' triumphal entry into the holy city of Jerusalem. It is on this day that he drove away the merchants and money changers from the temple. The crowd who cheeringly greeted the Messiah were waving palm branches over their heads, and so do we as we make our way through the church on this happy day. During the procession, we chant the joyful hymns, and it is truly one of our favorite times during the church year. So we can spend 400 ducks and lose 25 diplomatic power to gain tolerance of the true faith, which seems really, really bad. Or we can just not. Which we won't. Like, why would we want to lose all that for tolerance of the true faith? We already tolerate the true faith. I'm actually a bit unclear on what tolerance of the true faith does. And that tooltip is unhelpful. Okay. Improvements in production technology. There are reports of farmers and miners being more productive than local bailiffs expect them to be. We should investigate if there's something that the entire nation of Ethiopia can benefit from. We should. We'd gain half an inflation, which is like 5 years of inflation loss. Yeah. Or we could just gain 10 free admin. But I think we gain the 50. We take the bigger hit. It's okay. I mean, we could almost spend... hang on. Half a point of inflation and gain 50 admin power. It costs 75 admin power to reduce by 2. So I think we just do this. And say that this is costing 25 admin power for a 1.5 reduction. And that's pretty worthwhile. So we just do that whenever that pops up. I think that math works quite nicely. Okay. So, this is currently still chilling at 90%. And all of those are now in, and this is now falling. Excellent. We did not get unlucky. Okay, so Baganda, 62.5 years. That's not going to pop. Mara, 2.1 years. May pop. So let's take a look here. Kishin. Yeah, go away, Burundi. So it's up here. Why are you upset? It's mostly because you're Sunni. Yeah. I mean, maybe it doesn't pop even. Do you have separatism? No, it's primarily religious unity and discontentment. Okay. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. However, we are very, very close right now to being able to repay one of our loans. Oh, less close than I thought we were. We need about another 200 more ducks. We'll get there pretty soon, though. Quite soon indeed. So, the question is, how is... Oh, wow. That's a big stack of particularists you've got there, Tunis. We're going to go ahead and move over to Gaza, just to be on the safe side. Don't want this 10k stack to be smacked by that 40k stack of rebels. That would be unfortunate. And we've... Yeah, this is not regaining very quickly at all. Let's go ahead and, since we're making 25 ducats, let's go ahead and put 5 ducats a month into our army maintenance, just so that we are actually reinforcing a little bit. 513 a month. That's doable. That's very doable. That'll get up in no time then. Military access from Morocco. They're at war with Hungary, Portugal, Tuscany, Portuguese Brazil, Portuguese Colombia, Portuguese Australia, and Portuguese Peru. Yeah, you can fight Portugal. I don't know why you need to walk through our territory to do it, but whatever. $501 men will reach the army, so our manpower is still going up. That's all fine. Portugal, stop building spy networks. What are you doing? 42 aggressive expansion with Tunis currently, and 34 with the Ottomans. Yeah, I think next episode we're probably going to be maybe trying to attack Tunis. Probably, maybe. We are not going to put in this Miltech just yet. Because if we do, our corruption will go up substantially from unbalanced research. So we're not going to be doing that under any circumstances. Although, real quick, just want to check. Okay, we'd still be losing money. However, once we're fully reinforced, we would not be losing money with our maintenance at full right now. So we'll just keep it right about there. 678 troops. This is more than we were at. 519. 477. We'll leave it right here. That'll be fine. Okay. So we're just pretty much chilling. Ooh, Turkana became self-sustaining. That's fantastic. So next, we'll go ahead and we'll settle Lango, which I feel like needs to be renamed post-haste. Just change the G to a slightly different continent. Although we will convert Sinai. There we go. You'll arrive in 20 days. Ooh, this is fantastic. Our bank loan expired. We can repay this loan, and we will not take the inflation hit. So we will go ahead and do that. This one will have to extend, though, those two. Which is unfortunate. We will take the inflation hit. But it'll go away eventually. And we were able to repay one of our loans, which means we are now going to be making even more money. 2509. Excellent. Ottoman's internal conflicts are over. That's actually good. They got cut into nicely by the Commonwealth in Hungary, but hopefully they'll be able to hold their own at this point. Not against us. I don't want them to hold their own against us, but that would be excellent. Okay, we got Lango here, which of course, if we can't rename it yet, apparently. We have to wait for it to fill up. Okay, that's fine. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here. Next episode, hopefully we'll be done chillin' for a while. Maybe we won't be. I may decide to repay my other loans first, but we should be done chilling relatively soon-ish. At which point we'll probably attack Tunis. See you all then.